Warriors camp. How does it feel to be back after a year out?
Yeah, it's amazing to be back with the boys. I've missed it a lot, but I've been following the boys, and it makes me happy to see what they have been doing also. So I'm just happy to be back here, and yeah, just enjoying the time.
Happy to contribute again. I guess it's been a tough couple of years for you at club level, but it looks like in Switzerland you've found somewhere where you can spread your wings again.
Yeah, it's been learning couple of years. So I'm not hoping, but I'm gonna do what I can do to help the team. So that's what I'm focused on. I will not look at the last couple of years as something that I would change, but more like something that I use as a motivation to continue to enjoy the process, the hard and the good times. So I really look forward to what's to come.
What would you say you've learned then?
Mentally, I'm more stronger, and also I've learned to enjoy the process. That's been the biggest thing, especially also after my injury. I think like now I'm more appreciative of my health, and of course just not taking things for granted. So that's the biggest lesson, and yeah, I'm just present as much as I am more present now than I was before.
Awer, how'd the move to Grasshoppers come about?
Yeah, the club called me, called my agent, and we had several clubs also interested. And there I was in La Liga, and I was also doubting myself to say, should I leave La Liga? But I needed, especially after the World Cup, I needed like something to work towards. And when I spoke with the club, their ambitions was to get back to where they belong. I'm sure a lot of people know their history. So for me, that was a motivation for me, and that's something that I get up every day to try to do the best that I can to try to play my part to get the club, one step closer to where it was before.
And what's the competition like, the league there?
It's very back and forth, a lot of running. It probably suits me a lot, but yeah, it's very. I would say it's a competitive league because the bottom teams can beat the top team. So this is nice. It's not just dominated by one team all the time. So these are fun, and it's not boring for the fans because if one team just wins all the time, then yeah, it doesn't really show much.
Hey, well, when you were weighing up your future, did you ever think about coming home, or did you always have in the back of your mind you wanted to stay in Europe?
Yeah, I've been in Europe now for almost 10 years. Time flies. But yeah, when I first got to Europe, I had ambitions of, playing the Champions League and then playing the top 5 league in the world. And I was lucky enough to accomplish that. So I needed new goals, and one of them was to try to help a club that, wants to get back to where it wants to get back. And, I would love to come back to the A-League one day, but I have some unfinished business to do in Europe. So I'm motivated to achieve some more things there, and then I'll come home also to achieve some things, hopefully with my lovely club. Everybody knows who that is, so yeah.
Just on the game on Thursday, obviously it's the start of a new phase of qualifying. Has Arnie spoken to you guys about the need to get off to a fast start, given the likes of Japan, Saudi Arabia in your group?
Yeah, it's interesting. We always get Saudi, we always get Japan, but for us, we just focus on ourselves. The last qualifying was a little bit stressful, the way we had to do it, but we always find a way to do it. So our biggest target now is to do it directly, and that's what we focus on. So we don't care about the opponent. Every game that we play, we have to win, and when we win these games, it makes it easier in the end.
How have you seen the national team landscape change in the last year or so? It seems like there's a lot more competition, particularly for the wider spots as well.
It's beautiful. I love the competition, and it's credit to Arnie and the coaching staffs. They've put together a lot of players. So this this is what I love. I love the competition because it makes you better, and in the end, it makes the whole team better. So the more players we have for every position, the better the team will be. So everybody has to be on top of their game. Whenever they're called up and whenever they play, or whenever you get your chance, you have to do the best you can for your country. So this is credit to the coaches, and then also credit to the players, that are pushing a lot.
One of those players, Nestor and Kunda, obviously, I remember when he was first called into camp, we spoke to you about the possibilities with him, and you said we just have to let him grow. It's been about a year and a half now. Have you enjoyed watching him grow from afar?
Yeah, it's been amazing. He's from Adelaide like me, and to watch his growth the last year has been amazing. And we also have to continue to let him grow. He will make mistakes, but we just have to be there to give him a hand. So I've talked to him. I saw him maybe 2 weeks ago in Munich, and we had a nice talk, and now, it's just up to him to take this great opportunity that he has, and I'm sure he's gonna do that. So we just have to allow him to be himself, and then continue to express his talent.
Were you there for football pre-season, or did you just pop to Munich to pay him a visit, or?
No. We actually, our club played against his club.
That's right, of course.
A few days after the cup game. I didn't end up playing, but I went down there, and then I saw him also. So this was nice to see him on the other side of the world.
That was just after your hat-trick, wasn't it?
Yeah.
A few days before.
Yeah.
Great game that was.
Thanks. Yeah, it was good. It was. I was enjoying myself, and just seemed like everything I was touching was going to goals or assists. So it was nice. And then it was also nicer to see one of my boys across in Europe. Ness. So it was a good week that week. So yeah.
Was there any advice that you gave him? Any sort of maybe one sort of what's that piece of advice?
Yeah, I said look around you, because we were at the training facility. I said look around you, and you've got everything here. You're training with some of the best players in the world. Put your head down, just work hard, and try to pick their brains on what you can learn from every single player. So everybody your age would do anything in the world to be in your shoes. So just put your head down and just keep working. That's what I try to say to him. And if he listens to me or not, I don't know. But he's my little brother, so I try to give him the best advice that I can.
Arnie said he's picked more wingers in this squad than normal. So I guess it's a sort of indication of how you guys might play these two games, which is good for you, obviously.
Yeah, I think we trust whatever the coach's plan is, and our job is to be ready to play whenever we call up to play. So yeah, I think it's interesting. It's going to be an interesting camp, and then we're just trying to take it all in this moment, and I think it's great for Australian football in general. The wingers that we have now, Craig is doing well. I'm starting to get to where I want to be, and I'm sure you're going to see a lot of me one day. So I'm really excited to see the flair that the wingers also bring to the fans. So yeah, it's going to be a nice game.
Aside from the mental things you've learned, what else do you think you've added to your game in the period since we last saw you playing regularly for the Socceroos?
I try to be as complete as I can. So normally I'm just a fast winger, 1-against-1, but I try to work on my interplays, combination plays. I've been working really hard at that. And at my club, they allow me to do these kind of role where I move around. But so I've developed that side of my game a little bit more. So I'm happy with that. And there's a few things that I want to develop even further, and I'm currently working on them. So I'm just hoping to show them not hoping, I will show them one day on the pitch. So you just have to wait for those days to come.